Tiffany here with Cards Crafty Creations. Today's project is a gift for my sister-in-law. And don't worry, it's not a spoiler. She already received it. I make sure that when I film gifts, I don't post them until after they receive them so I don't spoil it. But anyway, so my sister-in-law's birthday was coming up and I was like, I don't really know what to get for her. Well, I typically make my gifts for people and I didn't really know what to make for her. And I remember when she was here visiting us last year, she was talking about how much she wanted a Highland cow. And I was like, what is a Highland cow? I've never heard of that. I mean, I grew up, well, I didn't grow up on a farm. I grew up in the valley in California, and there's a lot of farms there, but they're mostly dairy cows, and I didn't grow up on those either. So I wasn't really sure what a Highland cow was, but they are everywhere. So I know what they are now. They are on trend for decorating, and I'm seeing them everywhere now. And so when I remembered her saying that, I decided to go out and try and find an image, and the whole time I'm thinking I gotta go to Hobby Lobby, I gotta go find a picture of one so that I can it's not upcycling, but kind of like I'm buying something and I am adding to it. I don't want to say improving, but I am embellishing it, making it a one of a kind, customizing it. So I'm not really sure what the word is for that. I'm gonna have to think about that. Anyway, so just thinking, I gotta go to Hobby Lobby, and because for sure they're gonna have a Highland cow picture there for me to get, and I'm putting it off, and I'm like, I don't want to go out because this was during snow time and there was lots of snow and it was cold and I didn't want to go out because I'm kind of a homebody. And so anyway, I decided to go on Etsy and see what they have. And believe it or not, Etsy has some beautiful pictures that you can buy from people. Digital prints, printed at home, no big deal. A couple bucks. So I saw these cows. And so, well, I saw this image of the cow. And then, so I clicked on it. It actually has 10 images of said cow in different not positions, but different portraits of these cows. And so I was like, okay, I'm like, this is the most adorable thing ever. I'm going to buy it. So I bought it. I printed it on, I think it's an ink. I think I used inkjet because my laser printer does not print color, like true to color. I don't know why. I think that's kind of ridiculous, but my inkjet does better prints, color prints. So printed it on just some, I actually don't know what paper I printed on because ages ago, I don't even know where the paper came from. I don't even know what paper it is. It's just paper I have and it feels kind of smooth. And so I tend to do my prints on that, and it's going to be very tragic when I run out because I wouldn't even know what to replace it with because I have no clue what it is. So I printed it on here, and then the frame I got from the Dollar Tree. If you can even believe that frame came from the Dollar Tree. It really isn't anything special. It is plastic. It's actually, I think, a chalkboard picture because the black part that I just stuck this cow to is like black chalkboard-esque texture. And so I bought all that I could because I had never seen that there before. So I took the frame, I painted it with chalk paint because that was gonna probably stick better than acrylic, and so I used that. It happened to match. I had that on hand. I didn't go out and buy that. And it seemed to match the image fairly well, so I used that to paint the frame. And then I I didn't glue this onto the board because many people who craft know that if you glue paper, it can get wrinkly. It's nice to be able to glue because you have the wiggle room. You have time to set the image in the right place, smooth it out, but it also can warp your image. So I have been really enjoying my Xyron sticker maker. And so I just ran this through there and turned it into a gigantic sticker in which I just stuck it to the board. And so it worked out really well. You still have to be, cautious, because once it's stuck, you ain't moving it. And I did get it a little crooked, as you could see. I had to trim off some of it, but nothing major. So after I got the picture on there, I was like, okay, time to embellish this, because I can't just print a picture and put it in a frame and give it away. I gotta do something. I gotta add some character, some flowers, some bling. I mean, I gotta do stuff. So I just went through my stash. I literally didn't go out and buy anything. All of this stuff is from my stash except buying that print to do the picture. But I use flatback pearls. I use, are they called prills? They're like super micro fine beads. Micro, like they go everywhere, which you probably saw. Those I used. These are more flatback pearls for the necklace. I got flowers coming, and I got, as you saw them at the beginning, some heart stickers. So those will all come in play here later while putting this together. And then the very last thing, nope, it's not the very last thing. It is like second to last. I actually use white wax on the frame, which gives it just like this little bit more character, so it's not just like a flat green. And because you're using chalk paint, you've got to seal it with something, and wax is usually the way to go. And so I used white wax instead of brown wax, which is typically what I would use to age it, but this just called for white. I had never used white wax, and I was thoroughly happy with how it came out. Just so subtle, but very effective. So I did enjoy that. So I think for the rest of the video is just me putting the flowers on, tying up some of the loose ends of the decorating, and so that would finish off the project. But I did enjoy making it, and I did find so many beautiful images on Etsy, so I could in the future attempt this with some other imagery that I found on there. So yeah, it's just so pretty, and it's so cute. The images, I have more. I have all 10. I have 10 more images of the cow in different settings, and I'll have to make some more projects with that. Anyway, so yeah, I'll go ahead and finish this up. As far as this week, I mean, things are pretty boring for me, and that's okay. I don't like, you don't want to have a boring life, but you also don't want to have a crazy life, a high stress life. That doesn't help out either. So, but what I did this past weekend, I actually 98% finished up my entryway. If you recall, I've said in other videos that we bought a house that requires fixing in every room, and so the entryway happened to be my project of choice, and I finished that up this weekend. I put some molding up, like crown molding up, painted that, framed and hung pictures in there. So I had done the floor previously, and we had redone the handrail and newel post, and so all of that has all now concluded. I can cross that one off of my list and move on to a whole new part of the house to fix. I And then let's see, work is the same, tax season, taxes, bookkeeping, all that's normal. And we keep getting teased by the weather, telling me that it's gonna snow, and then it doesn't snow. I see no snow. So I've been very disappointed in, I mean, the snow is all melted away, and all we have right now is a bunch of gloomy days. And so if I can have gloomy days with either a good rain storm or snow, then I prefer that. But they just keep teasing me. It'll say, oh, expect snow this afternoon, and then all of a sudden that's just gone, vanished. So it's like you get your hopes up for a little bit of snow scenery and then gone, because they can't ever get the weather right. Never. So anyway, that's all that's going on. I don't know what else to say. That's all there is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.